Assalamu alaikum guys. In this video we'll talk about a new Scoot driver that has been integrated with Laravel, which is Typesense. As we can see here, Typesense is an open source search engine for fast searching in different methods or in different algorithm like normal or keyword search, semantic search, geo and vector and so on. And this video will overview together how to install and check it with your Laravel application. First of all, make sure that you have installed a Scout in your application using Composer require Scout, and also we need to publish the config file for Scout here. And as we can see in my machine, I had installed it, Scout, right? And also I have a post model that I want to perform search with Typesense. I used here searchable trait, which comes from Scout. And now let's learn how to install Typesense in our machine or using their cloud. I will show you how to make it self-hosted. If we click on this link here, we can see how can install it. You can do it directly using Docker. It's okay, but I used it on my Mac using Mac binary, and in my documents folder I have installed this file using this command curl here, and then using tar I unzipped it. So if I list the content of this folder, here is the file that has been installed, this one here, and here is the data that extracted, right? After that, create a new directory called Typesense data in the current directory. I have created it already. And to run your Typesense server in your machine, it's super easy actually to run it. Just take this command, right? And here we can start our own self-hosted Typesense server. In here, by the way, this part API key, you can specify any key you want. So for example, I will say ABC, and now click start or enter. Now start is working correctly. Very easy to work actually, rather than Elastic or Algola and other search engine, right? Here succeeded. And now, as we can see, I said create a new index called post index for post model inside the Typesense server. I want to perform, or I want to save data here that I want to do search. I will search by title or by content, and here in my database I have title and I have content, right? And inside Scout.php under Typesense key or settings here, inside model settings, for each model we must add this field or schema. So here I say it for title column, it will be string. For content, it will be string, right? And query by or search by title and content using search parameter option. So what if you want to do it for example, for user model? Okay, we can say, for example, here user and class, then take these settings here, and for example we can say email, right? And name also like this. And don't forget to do the same methods here inside user model. I will say user, apply it here, right? And don't forget to use searchable under Scout. And now also we need to change the user index or the name of index for users index as an example, right? And inside to searchable array method, we need to change also the keys. So key name, and its value will be the name value or name column, right? And email for email also. And in our users table, I have no users. And now let's create some users using Tinker, PHP Artisan Tinker. And I will say user factory create. And if you notice here, we have an error, X Typesense API key doesn't work. There is another important step also. We must use these environment variables here. So I will say in my .env file, I have already them. Our Scout driver is Typesense, and the Typesense API key that we have entered here while running our server, as we can see, it's ABC. So I will change it to ABC, and it runs on our local host on default port 8108. And now let's try again to enter it. Close it again, open and re-enter, and we have a wrong format for field. Let's open Scout again here, and for user we have also must change. The name of field is email and it's string, and the name here, the name field is string also, right? I want to remove it also, and search by name and email. Now let's try again. Has been created successfully, and let's open our dashboard for Typesense. You can use this URL, I will add it in the description, to run it in the, or to show the dashboard of Typesense, and enter our API key, which is ABC, and click login. Logged in successfully, and inside collections here we can see two collections. We have post index and also we have users, and if you noticed it has only one user because we need to run the import scout here, import scout for user model, and now all user has been synced here. We have 5 users and also we have 5 users. Now let's perform basic search in our web. Here I have created this query, so let's write it from scratch. For post model, for example, post, we can say search, which comes from searchable trait. I will say request query using cube or any key you want, and then get, right? For example, I want to search for word Ahmed here, so I will say learn 10 test / q Ahmed here, and as we can see it searched in title and the content, and it find it in this to title. For example, let's search for this word, and as we can see it exists in titles or in content and works very fast. We can apply the same also for the user model because we have it user, and for example let's search for this name and returns perfectly. So here's quickly how to install and perform basic tests using new Laravel Typesense Scout driver. It's already, by the way, integrated with PHP, so if you want to learn more about it, you can see here in the documents under API reference. Here API resources, you can perform or search about it here using all supported languages, native PHP, and so on. If you found it useful, support me by clicking on like, share, and subscribe. See you in next video.